सन्मुसे तेलियरना.
A pleasant morning, everyone. I am Charlie B. Cadap, your science teacher. Today, you will be learning about force and its effects. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to explain the effects of force when applied to an object. A. Force on motion. B. Force on direction. C. Force on shape and size. Before we explore force, we are going to play a science game. In this game, we need to unlock the password. Here are the following instructions. First, you are going to give vowels. After completing the vowels, give consonants. Are you ready? Let's start unlocking the password. Let's try letter E. Next, letter O. We are done with the vowels, so we will give consonants. Let's try letter C, letter T, letter S, letter R, and letter F. Very good. We have unlocked the password. Let's start exploring the effects of force. In order to understand the effects of force, we need to learn first about force. Observe two activities that I will be doing. You have noticed that I exerted force in order to carry the textbooks and push the table. Furthermore, try to observe the following pictures. The girl is lifting the weights. The man is lifting the dumbbells for several times to improve his muscles. The gold bars are carried through the use of the wheelbarrow. The golf player hits the golf ball. And pottery making. These activities show examples where force was applied. In our daily life, we always observe forces in many situations. Force is something that you apply on things and objects and make them change their position, direction, movement, size, and shape. It is the push or pull on an object. Every time you push or pull something, you exert force. Force is capable of changing the state of motion of an object. It can also act on objects that are not moving. Forces that act on objects that are not moving are called balance forces. Forces that act on objects that are moving toward a specific direction are unbalanced forces. You can always observe objects move in different ways and in different directions when unbalanced forces are acting on the objects. Force has the following effects on objects. A. Force on motion. Have you ever tried playing a pull-back action toy car? This toy car shows some changes in motion if a force is applied to it. You need to press and pull it back first before releasing it to make it move. Pressing it harder and pulling it farther make it move farther and faster. Also, a bicycle will continue to move when you are not applying the brakes. The faster you pedal, the faster the bicycle will move. Next, the ball will move if you apply force through kicking. Increasing the amount of force acting on an object changes its speed, making it faster to reach a farther distance. And decreasing the force acting on it, the object moves slower to travel a shorter distance. Letter B, force on direction. Force changes the direction of a moving object. What can affect the direction of force applied to an object? Forces always come in pairs that occur at the same time. If these pairs of forces are not equal, they produce an unbalanced force, causing a change in the rate of motion in the direction of the moving object. Examples. In soccer, the players can change the direction of a moving ball by kicking it in a different direction. In volleyball, the receiver of the ball can also send back the ball in the opponent's court. The amount of force acting on an object affects the direction of motion. If the pair of forces with opposing direction are not equal, the direction of the force is dependent on where the stronger force is directed. And if the pair of forces with opposing direction are equal, the object tends to be at rest or no motion at all. Letter C, force affects the shape and size of an object. Recalling the lesson on physical changes, the physical change happens in solids when a force is applied to them. The shape of an object may change when force is applied. Here are some examples: bending, pressing, twisting, stretching, and squeezing. The size of an object may change when force is applied. Here are some examples: grinding, pounding, breaking, cutting, tearing. Objects can be stretched and compressed when forces are applied. Stretching is an applied force that increases the length of an object, while compressing force is a force that decreases the length or size through squeezing or pressing. Stretching is also classified as tension forces. Tension passes through strings, cables, ropes, or wires when they are being pulled in opposite directions. Aside from stretching, another type of contact force is twisting. It is a force that changes the orientation of the object. Remember that forces can affect the objects around us. They can start the motion of an object, stop the objects in motion, change its direction, and the size or shape of an object. Let's check your understanding about our lesson by having this activity. Analyze the following situation. Identify if the following are under force on motion, force on direction, force on shape, or force on size. Choose your answer from the box. Write the letter of the correct answer on the space provided before the number. Your choices are letter A, force on motion; B, force on direction; C, force on shape; and D, force on size. Number 1, riding a bicycle. Correct. It's letter A. Number 2, tearing a paper. Very good. It's letter D. Number 3, breaking the pot. Correct. The answer is letter D. Number 4, bending the metal. Fantastic! The answer is letter C. Number 5, twisting a wire. Excellent. The answer is letter C. Number 6. Cutting the leaves. Very good. The answer is letter D. Number 7. Kicking the moving ball in a different direction. Very good. The answer is letter B. Number 8. Pushing a cart. Correct. The answer is letter A. Number 9. Pounding a pepper. Fantastic. The answer is letter D. Number 10. Sending back the ball through spiking. Very good. The answer is letter B. That ends our lesson for today. Young scientists, thank you for journeying with me and exploring the effects of force on objects. I hope you enjoyed our lesson for today. Keep studying and enjoy learning.